Hey guys, Chelsea from Attention to Details here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and we are back for part 2 of our Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Pro. They sent me their brand new lineup that they have out on the market. This is available at a retail level. We've already used their one and done precision platelet compound on this 2019 Model 3 Tesla behind me. Before the vehicle was polished, it had a lot of water staining from hard water sprinklers, swirls and scratches, holograms. I would say moderate swirls and scratches. It wasn't necessarily like mint condition, especially for 2019. It had quite a bit of abuse on the paint, and just in under 2 hours and doing a one step on this vehicle using the Rupes yellow polishing pads, we were able to remove about, I would say, 75 to 80%, maybe even more of the swirls and scratches, remove all of the hard water stains, and just leave behind a beautiful gloss and finish on the vehicle. But now we need to go ahead and lock in the condition and also protect it, so that way if we do have any sort of hard water, it's not going to be as prone to necessarily sit flat on the paint. We do have some protection, especially UV protection within the graphene product. And so I'm excited. We're going to be applying their brand new Graphene to the Max Wax. I already have my microfibers ready to go. And for any of you who want to kind of see the before, make sure you check out that part 1 video down below. But let's go ahead and get this baby protected. I'm so excited to see what the end result is going to be. So let's get right into it. So before we apply the graphene to the Max Wax, let's just do a quick walk around. If you recall from part 1, this entire right side had hard water stains from a sprinkler all over the right side. We had a lot of deep swirls and scratches. Like I said, we've been able to remove about 75% of the swirls and scratches, maybe even more. We've got actual like gloss and depth to the paint. When you look at it before, when you looked at it with a swirl finder light, it kind of almost had a grayish, a dark gray appearance. Now we've been able to just deepen and richen the color, and we've been able to bring back clarity to the paint and a gloss and shine that's just off the charts. But we're just going to go ahead and take it up a notch with our graphene. So here is our product for today. You can see we have the Graphene Infused to the Max Wax. When you take a look at the description, you can see it's easy on, easy off liquid wax that delivers an extremely durable base coating for long-lasting professional performance. Uniquely blended proprietary polymers infused with graphene create a tight web of protection. We take real graphene through a process called high-pressure exfoliation and stabilization. This produces a stable liquid dispersion of graphene atoms that are clear and does not separate in our uniquely blended formula. The combined benefits include amazing depth of gloss, slickness, water repellency, chemical resistance, along with heat dissipation for increased UV protection. This helps keep water and contaminants from sticking to the surface in a clean, protected, and easier to maintain finish. So we're going to go ahead and apply our base coat of To the Max Wax. Now, for the sake of this video, we're not going to be putting on the Flex Wax. This is just a spray wax. Ideally, what you would do is put a paste coat of this down and then maintain it with the Flex Wax. For those of you who don't necessarily want to go through the entire process, or maybe not have something quite as durable, you want something that's a little bit more convenient that you could maybe apply every few months, then the Flex Wax is definitely going to be a huge advantage for any of you that are just looking for the same exact benefits, but maybe not the durability. But you can see here, you can apply it either with a black finishing pad on a DA or dual action polisher, or you can apply it by hand. We have a damp microfiber here. You can just see I've squeezed out a majority of the liquid, but we've got just a little bit. We're going to use that to kind of wipe off our wax after we let it sit, and then we have a dry plush microfiber to go ahead and do our final wipe. You can see on the instructions, apply 3 dime-sized drops to an applicator pad and spread product evenly over a 2x2 section in an overlapping circular motion. Wait 2 to 3 minutes to allow product to dry and haze. Remove with a damp microfiber towel and finish by wiping with a soft dry microfiber to reveal a high gloss shine. So let's go ahead. So one thing I noticed when removing this product is it is pretty grabby. the wet towel greatly helps reduce the kind of fatigue and frustration that can occur. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this without the wet towel method, but I did do it to my headlights, my glass, and when you have that damp towel to remove it off, it does make it a whole lot easier. But we're going to go ahead, just apply this to all of our panels. By the time I go from one end to the next, we should be ready to go ahead and remove. But you can see I'm just putting, once it's primed, you don't have to do, quite as big drops. But if you're working in larger sections like I am, just kind of kiss it out. That way your pad doesn't go dry before you get to the end of the panel. I could use the DA, but who doesn't love a little car therapy, right? I know I do every now and then. It's just nice to kind of get back into the therapy of detailing cars. I have two coated vehicles, one being a ceramic coating and the other is a graphene coating. And I'll be honest, I miss this every now and then. I miss the ability to put a good coat of wax on a vehicle. The rewards you feel after a little bit of TLC. Moving in for a closer look, you can see we've got our beautiful moon pies that are setting up. Have a little bit heavier over here. Let that sit on there for ample time. You can see if we kind of come in close, we're getting close to being ready. Not that this is going to flash, but when you do get ready to wipe off, and I'll go ahead and do this one, and hopefully it shows up on camera. Let's see if we can focus on this light here. But you'll actually see the product starting to bead up, or the water is beading up. If I come in here and just kind of zoom, that's really cool to kind of see how that product has already bonded with the paint. But we're just going to come in here, go over it. Now, I did make my towel a little bit more on the wet side versus being like barely damp. I did find that made wipe off a little bit easier. And then I have a low GSM towel that I would use for a ceramic coating as my final touch. That just gives me a little bit more bite, but you can see when we come in close, we've got beautiful gloss and shine. I think we are ready to go on this section here. And again, let's see if we can see kind of that beading. So that's just really neat to see. I know that there are some products on the market that have kind of that instant bonding. And I know that they always say to let a product cure about 12 hours before you hit it with any sort of moisture. So you never fully know if it's going to work. But the fact that even just in your buff off, you can see the hydrophobics are already at work. The product has bonded. It makes me really excited to see. I'm kind of sad that I won't get to see this, 12 hours later after it's fully cured, to see what the hydrophobics will look like. I'll probably hit it with a spray bottle later on just to kind of see for my own curiosity. But I would imagine that it's going to look fantastic. When you come back here and look, that is fantastic looking. Hopefully I'm not making you guys sick. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a more first-hand user experience when it comes to the buff off process. How's that for gloss and shine? All right, so we're gonna keep moving, work our way around this vehicle. When we're all done, we're gonna bring it out into the very cold wind, and I'll do a full walk around for you guys to see. And we are all done. We have removed the graphene to the max wax. You can see when we come in close, no streaking whatsoever. All that is left behind is a beautiful, glossy, shiny, absolutely almost flawless looking vehicle. The gloss increase that we've seen, I would tell you, is probably 10 to 15 points difference, if not even higher. This vehicle looked almost dark gray when it first came in. There were so many swirls and scratches. The one and done compound did a fantastic job of just removing the damages or the defects in the paint and revealing just the beautiful potential and clarity to the paint. But then to the max wax, honestly, I feel like it took the gloss and shine just to a whole nother level. I'll be honest, I keep walking around this vehicle saying it doesn't look at all like the same vehicle even when I started putting the wax on. Is it the easiest product to use? No. I feel like any graphene product, because of its nature, is going to be a little grabby. When I applied a graphene coating to our Subaru, it was a little grabby. It's going to be very different than a ceramic spray coating or a ceramic coating because of the chemical DNA of it. But what you're going to get is a product that tenaciously bonds with the paint. You saw that just even in our leveling off. You could see it instantly starting to bead up, just the dampness from the towel. So what you're going to get is increased hydrophobics, UV protection, gloss and shine that's off the charts, and just long-term protection, far superior than I would imagine a majority of retail products that are on the market. So Turtle Wax, you've hit a home run with this product. I will definitely be using this again for many of my customers. I would say for those of you who are wanting to apply this to your vehicles, I definitely recommend that you do a good polish first, just to kind of cleanse the paint. Polishing doesn't have to be intimidating. You can get around a vehicle very quickly. I use a Griot's Garage 6-inch polisher. You can pick that up at a majority of auto shops like Pep Boys, Advanced Auto. It is one of the most user-friendly beginner polishers on the market with a 5-inch backing plate. And if you use like a yellow foam polishing pad, you can get fantastic results on pretty much any daily drivers that you see on the market using the one and done compound, and then lock in your results, increase your gloss and shine and the hydrophobics with their to the max wax, and you're going to have a vehicle that is not only restored to probably as better than new, but you're going to preserve your investment and make honestly, your neighbors will be very jealous. You'll probably want to start a detailing business after using that, because they'll see how great your car looks and then say, hey, when can you do mine next? Isn't that the way it always goes? But anyways, let's pull her out in the daylight and see what she looks like with the sun. I gotta grab my coat because it's about 20 degrees outside, but let's see what she looks like. All right, guys, we are all done using our Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions Pro one and done compound, as well as the Graphene Infused to the max wax. I am absolutely floored by this end result. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect when you use a retail level product, but this would rival any high-end professional product that you see on the market. Under 2 hours, we were able to polish this paint, remove a majority of defects that were present, and then we were able to apply the graphene infused wax in about 30 minutes. Very easy process once you use that damp towel, and the level of gloss and reflection and shine that is left behind is absolutely breathtaking. Turtle Wax, you have hit a home run with this new lineup. I'm really excited to continue to use this on customers' vehicles as they bring them in. But for any of you that are DIYers, you can get professional level results like this in the comfort of your own garage. So Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But thank you to the Turtle Wax team for sending these out to me to try out. Hopefully you guys have been able to kind of gain a little bit of insight from my user experience. But we're going to call this one a wrap. It is absolutely freezing cold outside. But thank you guys for tagging along. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, as well as the bell notification off to the right to be notified of any future videos that we have coming out. And make sure you give us a thumbs up if you learned anything new. But thank you guys. Have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you in the next video.